Come with us where the corn is popped and the throwback Thursdays never stop. It's a magical land not far away. All you have to do is just press play.
So,
hop on the couch and close your eyes. Gonna party like it's 99. Join us, watch the movies of our lives with Blockbuster Wives.
Welcome to Blockbuster Wives, where your two favorite 90s babies talk about movies from the era of a certain blue and yellow video rental store. I'm Stacy, not always kind, but always rewinds.
And I'm Shea, the host with the most late fees. Meow, meow, meow.
You're listening to Blockbuster Wives. Welcome to episode 3. Can you believe it?
No, we're already on 3.
They call that a hat trick.
And that's a magic number.
Look out for the episode of School of Rock. It's coming.
Oh, did we choose a date for that yet?
No, we should do back to school time.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I know September is going to be a really important month, so we'll probably have to do August.
That's true. We'll have an announcement for you later on about what we're doing for September.
It's going to be so good. We're both so stoked.
You all are going to love it. We're going to have a number of themed months. Should we reveal the theme for July?
Let's do it.
It will be baseball
movies.
themed.
I find that so many of my favorite movies in general are baseball movies, weirdly enough, and I've never been to a baseball game. The only one I went to was with you when we were in high school.
Oh my gosh, and that was high schoolers playing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to a few high school. I went to one for what they used to be called the Area 51s.
That is sick.
It was cool. The mascot was an alien. I loved it.
Why did they change it?
I don't know. I think they just did a whole rebrand.
Losers. Town full of losers.
But I've never been to like an MLB professional game.
Me neither. And I would not understand at all what was happening. However, I would love the music, the sounds, the smells, the general snackage. That's why I do anything, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Hot dogs, popcorn, soda pop. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Ices?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A beer. Big old frosty beer in the bleachers.
Pretzels with cheese. I bet they would.
He's like, no. I swear I wasn't dying. That was
like, we're leaving right now.
That was supposed to be a sound of appreciation, but it sounded more like the Mummy. Hint.
You know what I'm saying?
It'll all make sense.
Sure.
But yeah, baseball theme for July. We're going to do Angels in the Outfield. We're going to do A League of Their Own.
And A League of Their Own, sorry.
Sandlot.
Yeah.
I think I talked over you, but yeah.
I talked over you. I apologize. And what's the fourth one?
Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off.
Oh, yes. I was trying to think of a fourth one, and I was like, dude, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off is not only a chef movie, but it's a baseball movie, and it is so goddamn good. And Orlando, what's his name?
Bloom.
No. But good guess.
That's the only Orlando I know.
It's Eddie from another Eddie. It's Eddie from That's So Raven. Sad. But he was in that movie and he's so good.
Wait, why sad? What happened to him?
Oh, he became a mess, girl.
Oh no.
A whole ass mess.
Do we need like a GoFundMe? Do we need a petition? What are we doing to help Eddie?
A lobotomy. Just kidding.
What happened?
No, just kidding. That's mean because I think he has like mental health issues. But
are you telling me that child stars have a lot of issues growing up?
It's like weird. Like I just started learning about it. It's like very crazy.
No,
I think he's been in the game for a long time, and he's so fucking talented. But yeah, I think he might have had a drug issue, and he did this interview. I can't believe you've never seen it. And he's talking about how he like fucked Raven in between scenes of like That's So Raven. And he like went into detail about how she like gave him head and how he was like la 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 la.
Did she deny it, or was she just like STFU? Like
I think she was more like STFU, bro. Wow. Because now she's gay. So
I'm learning so much.
Yeah,
I didn't know any of this.
I can't believe you.
That's So Raven lore.
I love my That's So Raven lore. Trust, but sad. Shouts out to you, Orlando. Whatever your last name.
Hope you're doing okay.
I can't believe I'm forgetting your last name. But anyway, he's in Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. So good. I love that movie. And so is that one ginger hot chef. What's his name?
The guy from Ratatouille.
No, but he is a fox. No, it's whatever. I can't remember his name either. Oh, Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay.
You know
Bobby Slay.
More like Bobby Slay. He's in that movie too, and he's so good. But anyway, so July is baseball themed. Very excited. Sandlot was probably my most played childhood movie of all time.
Yeah, that's probably like one of the more critically acclaimed ones we'll be doing. Same with A League on Their Own.
Yeah.
Also great. Love Gina Davis.
And
Icon.
I love that they have a new series coming out for it.
I know, I just heard that.
Starring you.
Abby Jacobson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shea is very much an Alana, and I'm very much an Abby.
Mm-hmm. What are you? Audience.
Oh, I just
like,
said I wasn't
said.
But yeah, so July will be baseball month. Super fun.
Yeah.
And there is something momentous happening tonight.
Oh my God. 10 p.m. My second EP, Seasons Volume 2, is gonna be out, y'all. And I could not be more excited, thrilled, grateful. I'm so fucking excited. And I hope that you take a listen if you have some time.
It'll be streaming on all major platforms, right?
Oh yeah, all major, like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, just anything that you can think of, you can put it on in there.
Anyway, your ear holes get filled.
Let's hope so.
Fill
God
'em
willing.
with Shay's EP. All right,
Yeah,
do it for yourself.
I hope you guys listen to it. I put a lot of work in it, and so did my two producers. Shout out to Plains and Life Sorrel. Love you guys. And yeah, we worked on it for like 5 months. So yeah, we're just so proud and so happy. So we hope that you give our second baby a listen.
Yes, listen to it tonight, or else.
Or else. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, and let me know what you think. You guys can holler at us always at our email address, blockbusterwives@gmail.com, or our Instagram, which is blockbusterwives.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear compliments.
Mostly. If you have
Affirmations.
anything else to say, suck
Shove
it. Shove it, lady. No, but thank you guys so much. We appreciate your support, and I can't wait for you to hear it.
And tonight is another important night because Shay and I are doing our what we try to make annual pilgrimage to Mesquite, Nevada.
Oh, hell to the to celebrate not only the EP coming out, but more importantly, our birthdays, baby.
We try to go to Mesquite every year. Some years we've missed because we waited till the very last minute. Like, for example, one year we called and tried to book, and we were told that there was an Elvis convention who had booked all the rooms, which sounds like the start of a horror movie.
Which we're going to write. We still have that in mind. We're going to do that for
It
sure.
could even just be like a 10-minute horror film, but it'd be so good.
It'd be so fucking good. Because what would you call it? What would you tell anybody? Oh, there's a guy who's running around with a knife. What does he look like? Elvis. Everyone looks like Elvis. Dun, dun, dun. Horrifying.
Terrifying. But I like Mesquite because I've been to a bunco tournament there.
Oh yeah, you and
with
your mom,
my dear
right?
mother. Yes, and I made us really obnoxious bunco hats where I hot glued an actual dice on the very top of the hat.
Oh my god.
And I did like foam letters with our names on it.
Honestly, that perfectly represents Mesquite, Nevada.
Yeah, and then we got matching shirts that said Viva la Weekend.
Oh my god, that is so cute.
Did we win? No, not even close.
Doesn't matter, but you won the fucking fit game.
I wish
sure.
there was a costume contest. That's going to be my complaint. I mean, why not have one?
As long
Like,
as you don't dress like
best
Elvis,
couple?
I think you'll be doing
Yeah,
okay.
most creative hat. I would have definitely won.
Oh, you would have been the queen. They would have had you on a lily pad and would have been fanning you off, feeding you coconuts and shit.
Exactly. That'll be the prize.
Let's hope that they do that for our birthdays when we're in this.
I will win. No, the bunco people were like fucking intense though.
How?
Like if you did not roll fast enough, they would snatch that shit away from you. They would like roll their eyes and complain.
I've never even played, but I have no idea.
I'm like,
It's a dice
listen.
game, yeah?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
complete luck. You literally just roll 5 dice over and over again.
So it's like Yahtzee
complete
type
luck.
shit?
Yes, but people take it very personally.
Oh.
And they're like, I'm good at bunco. I'm like, yeah, it's all luck.
You're like, you can't be good or bad.
You're like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But they're like, I'm fast and I'm lucky. And it's an interesting community. I
Kids
like
these
the game
days.
itself. And most people are chill about it.
Yeah.
But there are some crazy bunco people out there.
How long was the tournament? Was it like a day, a few days?
It was just one day, but I'm trying to remember how many hours it was because it was kind of a long day.
Like a full day.
But there was also like finals that we did not get to.
Oh.
So I think we played for like 3 hours, which is a lot.
That is a shit ton. That's
but
a
if
long
you
ass
were
time.
a winner, which we were not, I think you had to play like another hour.
Damn. That's a long time to be playing one fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
Like over and over again. Just doing the same shit over and over again. Are there cards involved or anything?
Nope, just straight up dice.
Oh yeah, that'd be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Good job for getting through the first 3 hours. I don't know if I could do that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's all just dice and counting. And sometimes like you don't count fast enough, they get mad. Like it's a lot.
That's kind of like cribbage in my family.
Cribbage is so complicated.
It's so complicated, and like some people's minds just work really well with numbers, and you know, because you're counting really, really quickly. I can't fucking do that. What do I look like, Doogie Howser? Fucking
You're like some kind of math genius?
like, no thanks.
Nah, get out of here.
No, I remember Napoleon Dynamite quotes, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, speaking of which,
Speaking of,
this episode is the iconic, the amazing, the unforgettable Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah, take that in for a second. Do you guys remember the moment that you watched Napoleon Dynamite for the first time? I do.
I do. It was in the theaters.
Who did you go with? Do you remember?
So I went with, oh my gosh, I think I went with my family. And I think it was because you and Becca had already seen it and said it was really funny.
Yeah.
And I told my family about it. So we all saw it together. And at the time, my parents did not think it was funny.
Yeah.
But me and my sisters thought it was hilarious. And we were like quoting it all the time. And then later it grew on my parents and they were like, actually, that shit was hilarious. Let's watch it again.
I think it's a movie that for a lot of people, it has to grow. Because it basically, in my opinion, is unlike... At the time, it was unlike any other movie I'd ever seen because it was like very indie, very low budget, super simple. Obviously, it had like a little bit of a plot, but like, you know, nothing too, like not a lot of action, you know?
Yeah, so I think a first watch can be hard for people because they keep waiting to see like what happens.
Yeah.
When again, it's the journey, not the destination.
Exactly.
You know, strap in and enjoy the ride.
Oh, yeah.
But I always thought of it, I initially thought of it as like the Mormon movie. And I don't know if that's because Las Vegas is such a strong LDS community or if it's just because like a lot of Mormon people I knew saw it first. But it's like very clean comedy. There's no cussing. There's nothing crazy. Very, very tame. So at our school, we had a lot of LDS students. And so it was like a cool movie that they could talk about. That was funny. That was like hip. And it felt like the LDS community was like having a moment.
Oh, yeah. And it's because I'm pretty sure the brothers went to BYU.
Yeah, and that's actually where they came up with the concept.
Oh.
So it is like very central to the Mormon community.
And there you go. And it was filmed in Idaho, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Mormon
also very
stronghold.
Mormon.
Yeah, there's a BYU there.
Yeah.
Brigham Young University for those who are not familiar with the LDS community.
Yeah, I feel like all throughout elementary school through high school, I was surrounded by how there's an endearing term, momos, Mormons. So I was surrounded by momos. A lot of my best friends were momos, you know? So it was kind of a movie that brought us all together as a community, as children, because we could all talk. It was something that we all agreed on that was funny and really clever. And
right, because our friends in the Mormon community might not have been allowed to watch Kung Pao Enter the Fist or other movies that Shea and I love, but this was a movie that everybody could watch.
Even Shrek, I bet that they weren't allowed.
I'm sure there was some like eyebrows raised.
There's a lot of sus like sexual shit in that movie. So yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, that's how I always thought of it, like the really, really funny Mormon movie.
And you know what? That is how we saw it, and it made sense, but like it was still, really funny, really interesting, very unique. Love it so much.
Yeah, so I think for this episode, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I think I'm going to do corporate bullshit first and then go to the recap.
Let's do it.
So this film came out June 11th, 2004.
That's, okay. Yeah, okay. We're like right in that era.
Right, so Shea and I would have been on the eve of our 13th birthdays.
Yeah.
What an age.
So cute.
So as you said, the budget for this was pretty low. It's $400,000. And I think most of that honestly went to Haley Duff, who stars in the movie.
True, and if you don't know who that is, it's Hilary Duff's big sister, and she's in a couple episodes of Lizzie McGuire as Lizzie's cousin, or not Lizzie's cousin, Kate's cousin.
Ugh, and Kate was the bitch.
Yeah, Kate was a bitch.
And I say that most of it must have gone to her because John Heder, the star, only got $1,000 initially.
No fucking way.
He did negotiate for more as the movie blew up, but at first they only gave him $1,000.
Wow.
And a lot of their friends played roles for free. Like, it was like a very DIY situation. So I'm not sure exactly where the $400,000 even went, but it's definitely not to the star, which is kind of hilarious.
That is wild. That is absolutely wild. Because I'm sure that they were thinking at the time, it's not going to be a huge movie.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
But then it made $46 million in the box office.
No way.
Like, whoo.
Damn.
What a profit.
That's... You know who was meant to play... Oh, wait, no, you go ahead. We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, so it was John Heder stars in it. Like I said, he was 26 years old at the time of filming this.
Wow.
But he plays a high school student so
well. You would never know. Yeah, that's really cool.
While this won a lot of like Teen Choice MTV awards, nothing like really beyond that scope. But Bravo did put it as number 14 on their best comedy list.
Wow.
Which is pretty high.
That's for that year or like
of
just
all time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. I can see that.
Yeah, and the director was Jared Hess. He went to BYU, and this film originally started off as a short film project that he did with his friend or brother.
I thought it was his brother, but like I thought it was the
dude.
Another dude.
But they had a student project where they like made a very short film about like a nerdy kid at a high school, and that became the inspiration for Napoleon.
So cool.
Yeah.
You know who was supposed to play Napoleon Dynamite?
I read this.
So you already know.
Mm-hmm. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake fucking Gyllenhaal.
But I guarantee you it's just because he played an awkward high schooler in Donnie Darko.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. More importantly, though, you know who was supposed to play Rex?
Who?
Jack Black.
Oh, man.
And because they chose someone else for it, they wanted to put Jack Black into something, which is why he started Nacho Libre, which was also directed by Jared Hess.
And Nacho Libre is Nickelodeon, right?
That's a good...
I think it was Nickelodeon, and this movie was MTV.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think Nacho Libre is Nickelodeon, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, might be. I actually don't know. I'm not a huge Nacho Libre fan, meaning I love the movie, but I haven't seen it as many. Like, I don't obsessively watch it, so I don't know as many fun factoronies as I should. But
as you should.
As I absolutely should.
Your transgressions have been noted.
I love Jack Black so much that I should know every fucking movie and I should know everything about them, but I don't. And that's a damn shame.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but...
I know. I feel ashamed. I genuinely feel ashamed right now.
So yeah, so that's like the facts and figures. A quick little plot summary, and this is easy to do because it doesn't really have a plot.
It's dope.
It's really just about... a high school, I think, senior named Napoleon Dynamite, who is a huge nerd. But in this school year, he meets a new friend named Pedro, and he helps Pedro become school president. And he tries to navigate dating life and gets a little romance going on with Deb.
I love Deb.
Side ponytail queen Deb.
Yeah, she's so cute.
She really is. And that's kind of the gist. I mean, I guess, like, yeah, the main plot line is, like, will Pedro become student president?
Oh, and yeah, I feel like it's also him navigating his family life, too.
Oh, so true.
Because there's a lot going on in his family, like his grandma having a boyfriend and it being a secret, and then him finding out way later, his uncle coming in to, like, take over and... quote unquote help the family, and he's just like, I don't need help, you know. It's a lot of like ups and downs, and he just has to navigate this really weird time in his life.
Yeah, it's like the normal pains of being an adolescent, but also like how that looks when you are a true blue nerd.
Yes. With
like no friends and you like weird shit and like you're not rich. And...
yeah. I love their house. I love the like food that they eat. I love like literally just the scene of him calling Kip being like, please pick me up. Like, that was my high school experience. and being like, no, bruh, I can't. Like, I don't know. I just feel like in a lot of movies, they don't touch on those little things. Or, like, not having rides.
Yes.
Like, that was a big plot in that movie multiple times. And I was like, oh my God, someone gets it. Like,
so relatable.
It's so relatable. And I feel like in almost every teen movie, they always have a car, like a brand new car. Like, you know, they have no problem getting around. I don't know. I just thought that was cool.
A lot of American films in general, I feel like wildly class blind.
Yes.
Where it's like the sets, the houses, the clothes these people wear, their hair, their makeup. It's like quite clear that this person is a millionaire. But in the context of the movie, they're like, she's just a girl next door.
She's a simple girl. She wears a baseball hat.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, like you look like a straight millionaire.
Oh, yeah.
Like you are like $1 million for this look. But sure, you're like a small town simple gal. Not buying it.
Your bedroom as a 13-year-old is as big as my fucking house, bro.
Right. It's just like normal middle class. And it's like, yo, no.
That is not normal, dog.
This is some 1% shit.
Oh, yeah. I every movie like or even like TV show from like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, like whatever you want to, I'm like, none of this is realistic at all. Like, I don't know anyone that like maybe certain people that we knew were rich as fuck when we were young had shit like that, but even so, it's like not common whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like really harmful, I think, for kids who aren't millionaires, i.e. literally 98% of America, because this is passed off as normal. And it's like, it's not normal. But in this movie, it's like, the houses are normal sizes. They look normal. They have normal decor. The clothes, like you could tell the shirts that Napoleon wearing are just like cheap t-shirts.
Yeah, and their jobs, like going door to door, like selling things, like trying to, like they literally are like, dude, I need money right now because I need money to get a plane ticket to, like, you know, they're common problems that you never see in other movies. They made it really, really relatable. And I love that.
Yeah, it's like a true working class film from how it like looks to what it's about. Like, it's amazing. And I didn't really think about this until this viewing, but I was like, where are his parents?
I know.
What happened to them?
I know. I thought
sad.
about that too. And then the grandma just like bounces, but she's keeping her whole personal life to herself.
Yes, which like I kind of respect that, grandma. Like, keep them boundaries.
I respect it too, but I can see why Napoleon would be so, I don't know. He seems like he's like, I want to be alone. But at the same time, as soon as he saw that there was a new kid at the school, he jumped at the chance to help and like befriend him, which is so sweet.
It really is.
It made me it like really touched my heart when I rewatched it again this time.
Yeah, the whole him meeting Pedro scene, I was like, this is so great. And Pedro's such a beautiful soul.
He's a beautiful soul, and he's also handsome.
Well, he's got big dick energy. Like,
he
his
really
confidence
does.
levels are off the chart.
Yo, like when, I don't mean to like spoil every scene, by the way. But
I think this is going to be a spoiler heavy podcast.
That's right.
Maybe we should like write that in the description. Actually, like, we will talk about every aspect.
We are going to spoil every fucking movie we talk about. But the part where he asked, like, so when he asked Summer to prom and Napoleon was like, by the way, she said no. And he's like, okay, cool. What about the other girl? And he's like, wait, what? You asked someone, like, he asked two girls to prom at the same time?
And then do you hear Napoleon later when he's talking about his skills? Pedro's like, what am I going to like say I'm going to do? And Napoleon goes, you're really good at asking chicks out.
I didn't hear that from this.
And Pedro like immediately comes up with a great idea for Napoleon.
He's thoughtful.
Yeah, he's like, you're good at drawing. Draw her a picture. And Napoleon's like, that's brilliant. And it is. I mean, the finished product is a little sus.
No, but the idea is great.
The idea is perfect.
The fact that he baked Summer a cake to ask her, he's like, I'm gonna make her a cake or something. I'm like, dude, what? Like,
he's
you're
incredible.
so dope.
I love Pedro. Like, this viewing, really, I was like, Pedro is so amazing.
I want one of those. I used to have the Vote for Pedro shirt. I need another one.
Those were like everywhere. It's crazy.
I need another one, you guys. Okay, well, I know what I'm doing this weekend. Order one of those bad boys.
Customink.com. But yeah, Pedro's incredible. Yeah. Love his confidence. Even just running for school president. Yeah, he gets a little scared at the end, but up until then, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking win this shit.
I know. And this fool gets sick a lot. He got sick twice in the movie. Yeah. I'm like, no, Pedro, you're so sweet. The wig was everything. So it looked so good on him.
It really did. I was like, I like this way more.
And I love the part where Deb's like, your hair looked really good today. I'm like, Deb.
Oh, she's such a sweetheart.
Everyone, like, all of Napoleon's chosen friends are like the cutest people ever, which shows what his energy is like, because yeah, he's a little off-putting because he's just like, I mean, not off-putting, not to me, but like I could see him being off-putting because he's just like, whatever, like, typical teenage angst. But clearly he has such a warm heart because all of his friends are so sweet and cute, and he's just a really supportive, thoughtful guy.
Yeah, and it's like not shown, but it is heavily implied that he was just very lonely before he had these friends.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about that before, but that's true.
Yeah, it's actually kind of sad. Like no parents, no friends. Like it.
And his brother's just like not wanting to be around him.
Right. He's just his brother's doing his own escapism into his chat rooms all day.
Yo, we can all relate to, especially at that time.
Mm-hmm.
That was a heavy theme in like middle school days for us at that time, like in the early 2000, mid 2000. That's what everyone was doing.
And the conversation between Uncle Rico and Kip about like, wait a second, do you have to pay for a minute for that? Because that's. And he's like, yeah, she gets mad at me sometimes because I'm on there for so long. And I was like, oh yeah.
He's like, yeah, I would be throwing you out the window.
Like, again, relatable. That was a real concern, like paying for a minute for the internet.
Oh yeah, I remember paying per minute for phone.
Yeah.
Or per text.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kids, you used to be charged per character in your text.
Bro.
Which you might not realize is what started like text language where you say the letter U instead of writing out YOU because that was precious characters you were wasting.
Yeah. Oh God.
ILYSM. I love you so much.
I remember having to literally press the same button like 4 times to get one letter. That was on my first phone. Which is gonna
sound crazy to kids. Like, I'm sorry, you had a phone with numbers and you had to like do a secret code basically to send a message. It's
we
like,
genuinely did, and that like I had to sext on that type of phone. Okay, you don't even understand the commitment I had to have in order to do that.
Yeah, just think about texting, but literally like times 4 presses of an actual physical button to send anything.
Yep. I couldn't even make calls on this phone. I paid $25 a month, and it was only for texting, and it was years after all my other friends had been texting, but I was like, dude, I want to fucking text finally. And so I got myself a little $25 burner phone. That shit was lit.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, yeah, no, I absolutely love this movie so much, and yeah, it just means a lot to me. Rewatching it was a really good experience because I was like, I remember why I loved the movie so much. As I don't know, we would have been, you said 13, like about to be 13.
We weren't even 13 when it came out.
So when we were 12 years old, like watching the movie, I had the same experience watching it again this time. It was really nice.
Yeah, it's so great. So many quotable lines that I know I was quoting all the time, probably driving everyone up the fucking wall.
Same. I'm sure you weren't driving me up the wall.
Freaking idiot.
Oh, we did those skits. One of our first times hanging out.
Yeah, Shea and I would recreate and film ourselves doing Napoleon Dynamite scenes. And the one that sticks out to me was the one where Napoleon and his brother Kip are talking about cage fighting. And they like slap each other. We did stage slaps though. We didn't actually hit each other.
We would never. I love you, my queen.
And we would like switch who did what role.
All I remember is Stacy was really great at acting at the time. I'm sure she still is now. But
no, I lost my bet.
No, I doubt.
Sold it.
I highly doubt.
Sold it to the devil.
No, but like I was losing my lines because I was just like so excited to be there, basically.
Yeah, she's like, line. And I'm like,
and she's just like, girl. I'm like, I know. But that shit was so fun. Stacy and I, we made a lot of videos when we were young.
Yeah, we were vloggers before it was cool.
We deadass wanted to make short films and little skit videos, and like that's all we did, really. Do photo shoots and that, make up dances. That's literally all we
just
did.
Really like to see ourselves. Anything that involved like, us
not
looking at
changed,
ourselves.
Babe. Not much has changed.
Now we just do things where we can listen to ourselves.
Oh my god,
it's a pattern.
You know what? Self-love. That's all I have to say.
Self-love. Love yourself.
And you know what? You know who else loves himself? Napoleon Dynamite.
I think at the end he does. Especially when he does. The movie ends on like Napoleon absolutely dunking on Deb at tetherball.
Oh, and the song that they play at the end is so
cute.
good. What is it? It's not Blue Monday.
I'll always be there.
Okay, hold on. I just downloaded the song and what is it called? I have it on a play. I just added it to my summer playlist. So I was like, it's so good. Here we go. It is The Promise by When in Rome.
Okay. Yes, it's such a beautiful song. All the songs are pretty great. And I like how like they turn the volume up like high. Yeah. So it's like very like in your face, and it's great.
And something else I like, speaking of that song, because that song's an 80s song, the whole mode... I was rewatching it again and I was like, yo, this is brilliant. So it was almost like it didn't seem like it was very much in the 80s until Uncle Rico said, like, don't you just wish that you could go back to like 1980, whatever the fuck? And then all of a sudden I realized, like, wait, this whole movie is like very, very 80s. Like there's a little hint of 80s culture, like the songs, the side ponytails, the keychain, like dongle thingies, like everything kind of, the Tupperware sales, everything seemed like very 80s.
Yeah, when I was reading the Wikipedia page, they said that was on purpose to show that like those kinds of communities are usually a little bit behind, like cutting edge, like coast cities.
Yeah.
And apparently they were so worried about people not knowing what time period they were in that in the beginning sequences when they're putting down the food, they have Napoleon Dynamite take his ID card out and it says like 2004 or whatever.
Oh my God.
And they were hoping that would like cue people in, like, okay, it's set in present day.
Oh, that's
But these
cool.
people are just like a little behind. But I didn't really notice that. I don't think it worked very well because I remember the first time watching it being like, is this the 80s or the 90s? Like, what fucking time period are we in?
You know what other movie kind of did that for me? Superbad. The same
like,
shit.
where are we?
I was like, are we in the 70s?
Exactly.
Like, I know they're talking about, like, they were talking about, like, certain porn that I know was recent, but it just seemed like all the songs, all the outfits, like, everything was very 70s, and I was very confused when I was watching it when I was, like, 15. So, kind of the same sort of vibe.
I think part of that is I think writers and directors, for all their imaginations, I think they do struggle with like what is being a teenager like look like now. So I think they just kind of revert back to what it looked like when they were teenagers, and they're just like, whatever, it'll work, and it does.
Yeah, it really does, and it just gives you something different. Gives it like an underlying like thread throughout the whole movie, like a relatable, like you're like, oh, okay, I know what kind of music they're gonna be playing, I know what kind of clothes they're gonna be wearing. Like, I know the general vibe.
And I think the other cool thing about this time period is, like you were saying, them calling each other on the landlines.
Yeah.
And this is before the cell phone explosion. And it's like, yeah, Shay and I would call each other's houses, talk to the parents.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, hi, is Shay there?
Yeah.
Like, can you tell her to call me back? Like, annoy them people at all hours of the night. Do you want to share the story of your infamous house phone call to, it was to Becca, right?
It was Becca. It was her aunt
Our other
and
best
uncle.
friend. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me just clear the air by saying, because this is a constant reminder in my friendship with these guys, that I'm a very thoughtful person.
That's really what we want you to take away from this.
That's the takeaway. So, essentially what happened was Becca and I were talking, that's our other soulmate. Becca and I were talking on the phone. I guess I was like 14.
Yeah, and at this point, Becca would spend the summers in Utah.
Yeah, maybe
so
I was
we would
13,
talk on the phone
actually.
even more because she like wasn't around and it was an hour ahead, so we'd call like constantly.
Right. So Becca and I were talking on the phone. I had to get off for whatever reason. I was like, oh, I'll call you back. And it was hours later. So it was probably, I don't even know what time it was. It was probably pretty fucking late. And I called back just to tell them that I couldn't talk. So I was like, hey, I'm calling, but just, did I talk? I don't even remember the full story. Did I talk to Becca or did I talk to her?
No, you talked to her aunt and uncle who were like, wow,
like,
who
yeah,
is
Becca
this?
can't talk right now. It's fucking late as shit. And I'm like, okay, cool. I was just calling to tell her that I can't talk. And that seems weird as fuck. But in my little cute mashed potato brain, as Stacy would call all of our brains when we're that young.
Yeah, before you hit 25, your brain's mashed potatoes. I regret to inform you.
Period. And in my little mashed potato brain, I was like, oh, I don't want her to worry about me. So I'm going to let her know that I'm thinking about her. And
Becca's like pacing the floor.
she was up all night worried about me, obviously.
Well, that was like a weird thing about that time period. You did not know where people were. You did not know if anything was happening to them. You could not reach them, and you just kind of like hoped for the best.
Yeah, we couldn't like see them online or like text to just be like, yo, what up? This is what's going on. Like, you know, it was our only means of communication besides email. Like, we used to email each other literally to communicate.
Little
on the daily,
CEOs.
which is crazy. I wish I could find those goddamn emails. Wow. But yeah, like, landline was our only means of communication, and I didn't want her to worry about me, which I thought that she would have, but clearly not.
Also, Becca's a champion sleeper, so she was like 100% like in bed.
Fucking KO'd,
Sleeping
baby.
soundly.
And she's still the same way. Shouts out to Becca. We love you so much.
Love you, baby.
But yeah, it was such a good experience going with Becca to the movie in theaters, because she was Mormon at the time. She grew up Mormon, and so it was like, it was cool to. And also, you and I talk about this a lot. Becca and I did not agree on a lot of movies that we liked.
Yeah, Becca, God bless her. Shay and I often get very excited about a movie, and Becca will just quietly be like, I don't like that movie.
Yeah.
And we're like,
so like my whole friendship with Becca, I was trying to relate to her on certain movies, and it just wasn't working, babes. And so this one was finally one that we like, you know, it was like the Crips and the Bloods. We came together, we shook hands, you know, we tied our flags together.
That's
really
exactly what gang members do.
That was really dumb. Anyway, but yeah. So,
yes, that's like the main gist. Shall we go through my notes and see if there's other things to explore?
Sounds great.
See, at the beginning, it shows that it's an MTV Films, which I thought was an interesting choice. Like, I think MTV took a big risk, and it could have not gone well, but it ended up being a smash hit.
I think at the time they were making so much fucking money that they're like, why not try something new?
True.
Let's do it. And there was going to be some big names attached to it as far as they knew at the time. So they're like, let's fucking do it.
Mm-hmm. I love the working class meals at the beginning, clothes, houses, everything, taking the bus. Love it.
Oh, nice.
I noted the casual racism by the dean. When he
Yes.
first meets Pedro, he's such an asshole.
He's such an asshole to him the whole movie.
True.
He's a fucking dick.
Yeah, you're just like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, ugh.
Yeah, and that's when Napoleon steps in and he's like, hi, is this a new kid? Like, he fucking steps in and he's like, peace out, you fucking loser. I'm gonna hang out with Pedro now, who's really cool and gets it. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Yeah, I have our cage fight reenactments. I think
Hell
we've
yeah.
talked about a lot of this. Hold on.
Aw.
Oh, do you know who is supposed to play Uncle Rico?
No.
Brad Garrett.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Which
I could
is-
see that.
Yeah, which is a weird synchronicity because I was just telling Shay that Brent and I have started watching Everybody Loves Raymond again, like from beginning, and we are loving it.
I'm not surprised, and also now I kind of want to watch a couple of, I feel like whenever I stay at a hotel, like a little hotel, that's playing for some reason. So
Yeah, I think it was a big show for NBC.
yeah,
And they probably just keep it going because everyone loves it.
I feel like it went a long time. Are they still going? No.
No, I think it ended. I think there's like 6 seasons, started in the early 90s, so I think it didn't make it far into the 2000s.
Damn.
I know. We talked a little bit about Rex Kwon Do. I thought that this would be an excellent crossover potential. Like, I want Rex Kwon Do to have his own movie or show.
Yo, and his wife in the movie, so dope.
Sterla.
Yeah, she's so cool.
And I thought there could also be a crossover with Kung Pao Into the Fist.
Oh.
Like, what if Rex Kwon Do somehow ends up in the Kung Pao universe and, like, helps the Chosen One?
Oh my god.
Amazing.
That he could be a really dope sidekick.
Oh, yeah.
That would be really, that's amazing. He doesn't have like, you kind of watch it the first time and you're like, is this guy like, is he like, so like, is he malicious? But I don't think it's malice. I think he
No.
like really believes in himself and he believes in his Rex Kwon Do.
And $300 for an 8-week program? Not
Pretty
bad.
affordable. Yeah.
Not bad.
And they're like, it's a ripoff. I'm like, not really.
Exactly.
Maybe because you make no money,
I know.
0%, but like,
Everything's, yeah, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it.
Yeah.
But if you can, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Also, in this scene, Rex Kwon Do infamously wears American flag pants.
Yep.
And my dear friend Shelby would always say that reminded her of my dad. Because my dad would go out in public in very obnoxious, like, pajama pants. Much to my mom's horror. Like, patterned, weird pajama pants.
Very like 80s though.
Yeah, to the
right?
store,
Yeah.
to the movies, wherever.
Her dad is so cool and so mysterious, you guys. Like, he's like the coolest, most mysterious man of all time.
So Shelby's always like, yep, your dad's pants.
That makes that makes a lot of sense. And you know what? I've seen some of those bands and I agree.
Another relatable scene is there's like a sign language club,
Oh my God.
which maybe that's what got Becca interested in sign language because that bitch can sign.
I can sign that whole song.
That's what I was going to say. I felt like you guys learned that, right?
We did, and I can do it right now, but you guys will not see it. But I can absolutely perform it literally right now.
Yeah, so if you ever bump into Shay, ask her for her performance. What's the song?
What is love?
some
I don't know
say
who it's by.
love.
TBH.
It is a river. Yes, I love
Yeah.
it.
So good.
And then I just wrote, Haley Duff! Exclamation mark when she enters
Honestly,
the scene.
When it showed that she was in this movie, I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Just a really good tie into, obviously my love for Lizzie McGuire. Please.
Mm-hmm. She really is. I mean, the whole family's gorgeous.
Iconic.
And then I have that they absolutely nailed like weird kid in high school, like the keychains, the like unnecessary running, the weird doodling, like strange
And
shirts.
not just the unnecessary running. It's like the horizontal running.
Yes,
the
head
Naruto
first,
run.
without a goddamn regard for your health or safety.
Honestly, like, you know, when we were young, we're like, what's up with these guys? But really, like, they were the coolest people in our schools.
Yeah, they just had no chill and they had places to fucking be.
Yeah, they're like, fuck you. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want and I don't care what you think. Like, that is so rad.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Yeah, and his weird doodles of lagers and like unicorns farting.
Yeah, I didn't think that lagers were real. He educated me.
Yeah,
He's a
lagers are real.
zoologist as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, I don't know about the part where he said they're bred for their skills in magic, but I mean, maybe.
We don't know.
Maybe.
We don't know.
We don't fucking
Maybe
know.
that's how they were bred initially, because people thought that they would have magic powers.
Could be. We don't know. We haven't done any research.
No.
The next thing I have is that I love Uncle Rico's van because I am a big fan of tiny homes.
Me too.
I love tiny homes.
She loves that Tiny Home America show.
Tiny Home Nation.
Nation, excuse me.
With
I apologize.
one of the hosts. God damn your shape, you fuck
My
up again.
deepest apologies.
I will walk.
I'm
You
leaving
can
now.
disrespect me, but you cannot disrespect Tiny Home.
Oh, she
Nation.
and the host are best friends? Is that what
Yeah, me and Zach Giffen, one of the co-hosts, we DM about tiny homes and helping the homeless community. No big deal. No big deal. But that's what I appreciate about him. He really is like truly about that life. Like he's kind of like a radical leftist who is like, listen, we should be working towards actual homes, but in the meantime, we need to get people like under a fucking roof. So let's build some tiny homes.
Yeah, dog. And they're like
super cool.
wrecking a lot of those tiny homes for
Yeah,
no
that happened
fucking
in Las
reason.
Vegas. Look up the New Leaf community if you're interested. Some tiny homes were built, and the city literally bulldozed them in front of the residents' very eyes.
Fucking disgusting.
It was really gross.
Actually revolting.
Very gross. So anyways, back to Napoleon Dynamite. That got dark. Oh, I was going to say the Uncle Rico scene where he's talking about time travel. I was like, this is dark.
It is sad. It's
Like, this
really
is way more sad than I remembered.
Yeah. And a little sus, I'm not going to lie. It's like he feels like he's a kid still. Mm-hmm. Like on some Michael Jackson type shit.
Living in the past. And we know that Uncle Rico gets creepier, later in the movie. But we can talk about that in a moment.
Creepy.
I have a question for you. How do we feel about tetherball?
I used to love it when I was a kid. I feel like I was good at it, but that's because I put my whole fucking ass into playing. Like I literally was like, I'm gonna She-Hulk all of y'all 9-year-old bitches when I was also 9. I went way too hard on the paint for sure.
Well, Shea's very strong, so it's like she was bringing 100% strength.
So I would
these
and
fucking
imagine me
9-year-olds
at
are not.
100% strength, fucking up all these kids. Like that was my MO. That's all I wanted to do. I also beat up a lot of kids in elementary school, but
They deserved it, right?
specifically boys who bullied me. So fuck y'all.
So they had it fucking coming.
Yeah, and then they would see me playing tetherball, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
I just pictured you like making eye contact with one of them and like punching your fist through the tether ball. And they're like, "Ay."
That's how I felt, y'all. That's probably how it went down. Garrett Jackson, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No, but he and I talked about it.
First and last name.
He and I talked about it, so it's cool. He admitted it and he apologized
That's
recently.
very nice.
It was really cool. He's a cool guy. Shouts out to you, Garrett. GJ.
GJ, becoming a better person.
Hell yeah.
I was not as into tetherball. I feel like I had a couple tetherball injuries that really scarred me.
Did someone She-Hulk you on the
No, this is gonna sound pathetic, but they're mostly like self-inflicted because I'm clumsy as shit. So like sometimes if you missed, it would like wrap around your wrist and cut off your goddamn circulation.
Oh yeah. Or it would literally like hit you in the fucking face super hard. Yeah. Wreck your shit.
So yeah, I was not the biggest fan, but I also wasn't good at it.
What did you like to do in elementary school like during recess?
I was very into Foursquare.
Foursquare is great too.
I was into Foursquare. I was into playing soccer, and I was into foot races.
Foot races,
Yeah.
just like racing.
Yeah, just like I'll race you to the fence. And
Oh,
back.
that's cool.
I was into that.
I also was a peer mediator.
I was a peer mediator.
I didn't know that.
I think I only peer mediated one conflict though.
I peer mediated a lot, but that's probably because I sought them out, and it was only because I got rewarded in fucking licorice, you guys. Like red vines, I got rewarded in red vines. And I also loved the power at the time because when you're a kid, everyone's always telling you what to do. It was kind of cool to tell other people what to do. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't think a mediator tells other people what to do.
I did it wrong. I never said that I was good at it.
I just said I was drunk on the power of the sash. I'm assuming you got a sash?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that part.
It was a sash. I had a clipboard. I was a
just
fucking
into the sash.
narc, bruh. I was a narc.
You were a narc?
I was absolutely a narc.
See, I just put on my sash and I was like, if people want to come up to me, great. No one did.
Well, you're cool, and I wasn't.
Only one time was somebody like, can you help us? And I was like, sure.
That's dope as hell.
But I was not out here narking.
But you know what? I will say this. Weirdly enough, and I don't know why I turned to the dark side just in the... See, this shows that in those positions of power... all of a sudden your mind shifts because I was also a giant rebel. Like I started a cupcake war. Anyone from Durfeld Elementary can attest. I started food wars. I fucking like would just like get up and bounce class. I beat people up. Like I was very
You were the terror of Durfeld.
Kind of was. And I played drums, you guys. I was very cool.
So who decided to make you a peer mediator with this track record?
I don't remember, and I'm sure it was someone that was like, this bitch needs to chill, and we're just gonna like put her in a position so she's not like wrecking our shit, you know? I do not remember who did it, but it didn't really work actually, because I don't know what it was. I was just really into red vines at the time. I don't know. I was drunk off the power.
Drunk off the vine. We've all been there.
Off the vine, baby.
We've all been there. Anyways, back to the film. I thought that Deb should now be producing guided meditations.
Oh my God.
Because her like whole starfish speech to Uncle Rico when he's getting his picture done was like very soothing and nice.
And, like the seahorses.
Yeah, I was like, this is killing it. I have that I love Pedro's confidence. Oh, one of my most used quotes is, I want that. And that is from the scene where Uncle Rico is selling Tupperware, and he tells them that if they buy like a 28-piece set, they get this beautiful like ship, which would definitely cost more than a Tupperware set. But the lady's like looking at it, and she tells her husband, I want that. So anytime I want something, I always go, I want that.
Oh, I have heard you say that, and I never made the connection before.
I know. I was like, people probably don't understand why I'm using this weird accent. But
I hate that I never... But also, whenever you use a southern accent, I'm never surprised.
That's true. My whole family's from the South, so
yeah,
it comes out.
Yep.
I have here, Trisha's mom is high as hell.
Okay, I'm pretty sure she's in Tommy Boy.
Oh, yeah. I think you've told me that before.
I'm pretty fucking certain she's in Tommy Boy. She plays someone who works at the airport. I'm almost 1,000% positive.
Have you ever checked?
No.
Okay.
But
later.
I will.
Or
check.
if you all want to check, let us know.
Yeah, check.
Oh yeah, this chicken scene is stressful and makes me want to be vegan. There's the one part where, again, Napoleon's just trying to get some pocket change. And he goes to work at a chicken farm. And I'm like, oh, God, there's so many chickens. There's too many. There should never be that many of an animal in one spot.
Tiny fucking cages.
And they're just like flapping around. I was like, this is miserable.
Honestly, that scene, and also Mr. Mata, who was our band teacher, love you, Mr. Mata. You're probably not listening, but still. Because of his speech about how we mistreat fucking farm animals, caused Becca and I to do a vegetarian competition. Do you remember this?
I remember you guys were vegetarian for a bit. I don't think I realized it was a competition.
We, for some reason, turned everything into a competition.
I think that's just young girls, though. It's kind of sad.
That's right. Well, it was kind of fun, too. Like, it wasn't like, fuck you. Like, even with, our first crush, it wasn't like a fuck you thing. It was
that's
just
good.
like, hee hee.
But I feel like adolescence, like, part of the way they get through life is by, like, hierarchy and ranking and, like,
that's true.
Who am I in relation to other people? And that's, like, all you can think of. Like that's how you process.
Yeah, you know what, that's true. And she and I did a competition just for vegetarianism to see who could last the longest. And I will never forget, I ate so at the time there were like no vegetarian or like meatless options, like barely any. And my mom, bless her soul, we did not have money back then. So I don't know how she was able to afford these like barbecue tofu patties, but they were so fucking good. They were like, it tasted like a barbecue chicken breast or something. So good. A little sus, like kind of spongy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, texture a little off.
Yeah, but I ate them every fucking day and I beat Becca. I just need to say that. Sorry, Becca. But yeah, by like a day or some shit like that, and then I went back to reality. But yeah, good times.
Yeah. So, but this chicken scene, every time I see it, I'm just like, oh God, what we do is awful.
Yeah,
it's
no,
really
it's
bad.
fucked.
But I did think the egg sandwiches looked bomb.
The egg sandwiches looked bomb, but that fucking orange juice with egg yolk or whatever the fuck they did.
I would drink it. I would.
But they all gagged.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
I think
not
I thought that
not
only,
Lyle or whatever.
I was saying Lyle was chugging that shit
No,
like
but
it was
all the
pop.
kids drinking. They're like, bleh.
Oh, I don't remember that. I just remember the kid like crunching into the egg, and I was like, yum.
Mm-hmm. Those egg sandwiches looked hella
Right?
good. Yeah,
That spongy white bread and yes.
I love egg salad sandwiches.
And then the child exploitation of, mind if I pay you in change? And he's like, that's $1 an hour.
He's like, $6. That's $1 an hour.
Fucked up.
It's really fucked. Not cool.
And then you see Napoleon. He's able to buy the incredible suit, which is like supposed to not look good, but it looks amazing
fire.
on him.
He looks really handsome in it.
Yes.
Like
and
that
suit
the
right now.
and everything. Oh, it was very Tyler the Creator.
Exactly.
Tyler would wear that shit and look really fire. I'm pretty sure he has something like that right now.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the suit. Trisha at the dance was giving me Lydia Deet vibes.
Oh, who's that?
Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? She does look like her.
Yeah, I was like, she's got like the bangs and like kind of, she's like smoky eyed.
And they're like separated bangs.
Yes, so I was like, ooh, she's a bad
Okay.
bitch.
Yeah, I can see that.
Poor Napoleon in the store when he's trying to buy stuff in the store, and Uncle Rico's like embarrassing him by telling him they can't afford stuff. I was like,
hey, and it's in front of Summer.
in front of Summer.
I'm like, bro, and he's just like, money doesn't grow on trees, and Napoleon's just like, I just want markers, bro. Like, fuck off. It's so sad.
And I thought it was an odd choice.
You know what? They must have experienced that.
Yeah.
They must have, because that's like not something that you would put in unless you had that. And I absolutely had that experience when I was young, and it sucked.
Because it's not like a funny scene.
No.
I don't know if it's supposed to be funny, but it's not.
I don't think so. I think it's like, I think they probably experienced that and were like, we need to put this in.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is an interesting scene. Like,
Yeah.
it's not necessary for the movie at all, but
No,
it's in there.
it was for them for sure.
Mm-hmm. The Future Farmers of America jacket, straight fire.
So fire.
With the stitching of the name and the badge on the back, I was like, yo.
I completely
look good.
forgot that they were in that club.
I do love that scene. And they're
Yeah.
like wearing their medals to school. I'm like, oh, this is so cute.
It reminded me of Mean Girls, where they were in the mathletes
Oh
or whatever,
my
and then
gosh,
they
yes.
were wearing the jackets and the medals, and it was right around that time also.
Yeah, I never had like a jacket like that in any school setting, so I think I've always kind of wanted one.
We should have some. We should make some for. We should have BBW on it.
Ooh, BBW jackets.
Yeah,
Oh,
like Letterman jackets. That would be so fucking
Oh
cool.
yeah, I like that a lot.
Me too. Gotta do it.
Subscribe to our Patreon so we can get funds to do this.
Yes, please. We need jackets. Maybe not right now, but we need them eventually.
Yeah, down the line.
For sure.
LaFonda's a fucking babe.
In love with her.
Kip is so lucky.
He's so lucky. Like, she, first of all, swagged him out. Mm-hmm. His fits were fire after they actually met up IRL.
She hooked him up.
She has the best energy. And low-key, she admits, because she's like, listen, my cousin's tape. It's Jamiroquai, the guy who sings the Canned Heat song at the end.
Oh, I just assumed that like her cousin recorded the tape.
And
Not
she's
that
like,
that
it's
is
my
her cousin.
cousin's. Like,
But I thought it was like her cousin's mix. Not her cousin like
I thought she was
performing.
saying it was her cousin.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, now I'm not sure.
Internet sleuths, get on this.
I know. But basically, if it's true, then that means in the movie, LaFonda is related to Jamiroquai. That's all I'm saying.
Period.
Cool as shit.
I have a note here. Why is this film not considered mumblecore? Maybe it is.
What's mumblecore?
Mumblecore was like an indie scene where it was like characterized by like normal conversations, really low energy, mumbling, like
Kinda
very
like Juno?
quiet, kind of like Juno.
Okay.
But I feel like it's not put in the same category as other mumblecore films, and I think that it should be.
What are some other movies that would fall under?
Oh, I don't even know. Want me to look it up?
Yeah, please. Because I've never heard of this, and it's very interesting to me.
Movies. I wish I had some off my dome.
Off my dome, baby.
Okay, mumblecore is a subgenre of independent film characterized by naturalistic acting and dialogue, low-budget film production, an emphasis on dialogue over plot, and a focus on the personal relationships of people in their 20s and 30s. They have
Also
major
like Garden
figures. Let me
State,
try to
maybe?
find filmography. So the puffy chair, which I've seen, is considered a mumblecore.
Okay.
There's a lot. I don't know if you've heard of these. Baghead, Hump Day, Beeswax.
I have not heard of.
I mean, a lot of them are low budget, so it's like, and I think that maybe because Napoleon Dynamite got so big, people don't think of it in this category, but I think it kind of fits.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like one movie that I recognize.
Francis Ha. Love that movie. Jeff Who Lives at Home.
Oh, okay. Yes, I do know that one.
What else? Yeah, there's not a lot of familiar ones to me. I'm trying to do this quick so we're not having a lot of dead air.
But yeah.
Be My Cat, isn't that the guy who wants Eris in his film?
Oh, God. I forgot about that.
But Napoleon Dynamite isn't on here. I think it should be.
And I think it's because of what you said. Because it was a giant fucking win. It was a W, for sure.
Big old W.
Not talking shit about any of those movies in the mumblecore genre, but I've never heard of like any of them. I'm also not like a huge like film buff in that way. Like I don't watch a lot of like Criterion collection type shit.
Because again, we got whatever we could get at Blockbuster.
Quite literally. Shouts out to Blockbuster. Love you.
We love you.
We love you guys.
Uncle Rico's pervy turn.
Oh,
every time I'm just
I was hoping we were going to talk about this. Because it made me very uncomfortable when he's like talking to Deb. And she's just like, Mr. Rico, like, fuck off, basically.
And when he creeps up on the girls in his van and they're just like walking.
I know. And then he's like, give this to your aunt. And if you guys are interested, blah, blah, blah. He's talking about a breast enhancing pills, basically.
Yeah, right? And it comes out of nowhere.
It really comes out of fucking
nowhere. And it's like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
And it's not really ever resolved.
No.
So I didn't enjoy that part, but it's like, I get why they did it.
Like, I guess maybe at the time it was like funny, but as an adult, you're watching another adult do that, and it's fucking disgusting. Yeah, I wasn't comfy cozy.
And then I have Becca Knows This Dance. So as anyone who's seen the movie knows, it ends on an amazing epic dance by Napoleon that launches Pedro to his presidency.
To the song Canned Heat by Jamiroquai.
And it's amazing. And it was an improvised dance by John Heder. He just like went up there and did his damn thing.
Yep.
And it's incredible.
That. So cool. Becca does know that dance. I wish Becca was here to talk about this because I'm sure she had a lot to say about this movie.
She does want to talk about 10 Things I Hate About You.
Okay, that's a great one. I love that movie.
It is a good classic.
Hells yeah.
And then the movie ends, well, again, with the tetherball scene. But this movie has something that I love that I think every movie should have, which is an after credits scene.
And it's long.
It's a great one.
It is so good. It's, spoiler again, but it's Kip and LaFonda's wedding.
And it's so sweet, and Kip's song cracks me up, and I still sing it sometimes.
Yeah.
Still love technology, but not as much as you see. But I still love technology. Always and forever. Great song.
Fire, honestly.
Napoleon tames a wild honeymoon steed for them. It's just incredible. I love post-credit movie scenes so much that I make Brent stay till the end of every single movie. I'm like, we have to watch. And he's always like, this movie is not going to have a post-credit scene. I'm like,
you have no idea.
Don't know that.
You know who else does
and
that?
He's usually right.
You know who I see movies with the most? Grady. And Grady does the same thing. He's
I'm
like,
I'm not going to miss it. It's what, 10 more minutes out of my life at most?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah, and it could be worth so like, what if people just bounce before this end of credit scene?
I think the first time I saw it, I didn't stay. Maybe that's the primal wound that makes me so untrusting now. But I'm just like, every single film, I'm going to wait.
I don't blame you. I mean, it's fire. And this was the one to stay for. This was a really long, really good one.
Yeah, usually I'm disappointed, but this one delivered.
Yeah.
Another thing on the Wikipedia page that I saw is that some people claim that this movie kicked off small town core for movies such as Juno and Little Miss Sunshine.
Yes. I completely agree with that. I could absolutely see that. There's something very comforting.
There really is.
Yeah. I don't love the area in which they live because it seems like hot, and any area that seems like hot, I'm like, no.
Which is great that you live in a hot ass desert.
I hate it here.
Poor thing.
The only reason why I love it is my family and you, and that's it.
Hee hee.
Hee hee. But like,
and your friends.
Well, yeah, my homies, but like I wasn't meant to be in this heat, y'all.
I got to see Shea in snowy ass, cold as fuck Canada. And this bitch was like mobbing around with like a light windbreaker, being like, isn't it nice outside? And meanwhile, I'm like, I can't feel my face.
She had hot hands all over her body.
Oh, I brought so many hot hands through the airport that I got stopped in security and they said it looked so suspicious they thought I had a bomb.
Yeah, pretty. And she's like, no, I gotta keep this motherfucking thing on me. You guys don't even understand.
They were a lifesaver for me.
And Becca.
Yeah.
You guys were both like saved by the fucking bell.
It's so cold there.
I loved it though.
Yeah, we were in Nova Scotia in December.
Yep. Oh, I miss it so much.
But it was a great trip. I'm glad I got to go.
I can't wait to go back. But
what were we talking about?
Napoleon Dynamite in general.
Oh, you don't want to be where they live, but you like the small town vibe?
Yeah, it's very comforting. And it reminds me of like a lot of places back home. Because like where I'm from in Halifax, Nova Scotia, shouts out to Hallie, bam, bam, bam. Another H-town I love very much. The original H-town in my life. That was a big city. However, where I spent a lot of time, where my grandmother is from, where my dad is from, is a small town I like to call Cape Breton in Nova Scotia. And it's like a small fisherman town where like everyone knows each other's name. There's only like 4 last names of people that stay there. Pretty wild. You gotta be careful.
I hear that people in Iceland have an app that they can use to make sure they're not related to each other before they fuck because it's like such a small community. Do you think Cape Breton has that problem?
Probably, although I don't think technology is really running rampant down there. I'm gonna be honest.
So they're just taking their chances.
Honestly,
a lot of kissing cousins, I'm sure.
When I was young, I used to like have like little crushes on people when I'd go and visit for the summer or whatever. And my cousins Mire and Marielle, shout out to y'all, they'd be like, I wouldn't try with like anyone here. And now I totally get it. But yeah, no, just small fisherman town. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone keeps their doors unlocked. Like, it's crazy and it's so beautiful. I was so sad that we didn't have enough time to go there because you would have. It's cottagecore to the max. It is so fucking beautiful. Like my nanny's house, my nanny, that's my grandmother. It's like right on the ocean, like literally right on the Atlantic. It's so crazy. It's gorgeous. But anyways, love the small town feel.
Mm-hmm. So I think you have some trivia for me.
Oh, I do. You guys hear the paper? ASMR. Okay, anyway. Oh wait, it's not on the paper.
You just wanted the crinkle.
No, I literally forgot, but that's amazing. Okay, here we go. Number 1. What song/artist is playing at the very beginning of the movie? If you know.
The weird organ music?
Maybe this isn't a great question. This is hard, actually. I don't know why I wrote this down.
Oh, is this the Jack White song?
Yeah. It's White Stripes. Friends by White Stripes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I was thinking like after the credits, but...
No, that was so good. As soon as I said it out loud, I'm like, that's really hard. Why did I even write that down? Okay. What is Napoleon gonna do today?
Whatever I want to do. Gosh.
Yeah, perfect. What game is Napoleon playing by himself during gym?
Tetherball.
Yeah. What was Kip doing that prevented him from going to pick up Napoleon from school?
He was making nachos. And every time I see those nachos, I'm like, fucking gimme, because those look fire.
I love nachos. And I never have them, but I love them.
Oh, I make them all the time.
I know.
I order them all the time.
Be more like you.
Yeah.
Who is Tina?
Tina's the llama.
Yes. And you know, that's actually someone's llama from like production or something.
Amazing. Like, let's get this fucking llama in here.
Yeah. What clubs are Napoleon in?
Oh, what club?
You know, because we talked about it.
He's in the Happy Hands Club.
Mm-hmm.
Is there another one?
The other one you brought up with the jacket.
Oh, Future Farmers of America.
Very nice. Good job. Whose mom goes to college?
Your mom goes to college. So Deb's, I guess, in this situation.
Yeah, both. Both are correct. You said them both. What does Napoleon stash in his pants pocket?
Tuts.
Yes.
But then a freaking idiot crushes him.
Freaking idiot. How does Pedro ask Summer to the dance?
With a cake or something.
Yeah. That was perfect.
Thank you. I do love an impression.
What is Napoleon's favorite animal?
I think it's a liger.
Yep. Bingo.
Bred for its skills and magic. Although I do love his speech about the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, me too.
So funny.
At the very beginning, too. That's like our introduction.
For all those seeking a peaceful existence with our underwater ally.
And everyone's just sitting there like, shut the fuck up.
He did it as current events.
This next one is sus, but I put true or false. Uncle Rico is a predator.
Yes, we could do an entire PSA about Uncle Rico behaviors and when to run.
Honestly, suspect as hell.
And tell a trusted adult who is not Uncle Rico.
Straight the fuck up. How did Napoleon ask Trisha to the dance, which we already talked about?
Yeah, the beautiful portrait that is hanging in her bedroom.
And I asked, what is Kip's girlfriend's name?
LaFonda.
And lastly, did Pedro become class president? And if so, how did he win his classmates over?
Yes, he won. He won him over with the dance.
Perfect.
And perhaps the piñata that he was, again, very racistly disciplined for.
Yeah, he's just like, in my country, we do it all the time.
Yeah, I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah. Well, you nailed it. You got every single one.
This is my
100%
jam.
no whammies. Is that the right thing to say? I don't know. No whammies? What does that mean?
I just know that from Dumb and Dumber. I don't know if it actually means anything.
Well, it does in this house, and it means...
You can't triple step a double step. You can't triple step a double step, Larry. Yeah, Dumb and Dumber will definitely be an episode.
Hell yeah. We have to do that one. That's one of Stacy and my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm, big time. Well, shall we close this out with our usual personality tests?
I think so.
Where's my phone? Okay.
You found one, right?
Yes, I did.
God, yes.
Okie dokie artichokies.
I'm still eating this baby bottle pop, you guys.
Okay. What do you do in your free time? Whatever I feel like, gosh. Sports, eat, get in touch with my sensitive side, hang out with friends, or spend time alone.
Hang out with friends.
Okay. What do you eat for dinner? Fries, salad, steak, ice cream, hamburger, pizza.
I'll always say steak because I love
yeah.
steak very much, and I never eat it, so boom.
Pick a color. Red, purple, green, blue, pink, or yellow.
Blue.
Blue dabba dee dabba die. How would you ask your crush out? In person, over text, call them, I wouldn't, bake them something, or wait for them to ask me.
I'd bake them something.
Aww.
You
She
already
makes
know.
amazing truffles.
Oh my god, thank you.
What is your favorite animal? Cat, dolphin, liger, black bear, llama, or koala?
If whale was an option, I would choose whale, but I'll choose dolphin because it's the closest.
True that. Which quality is most important in a friend? Always up for a party, peaceful, funny, never running out of things to say or do, loyalty, or honesty?
Damn, funny.
Funny. What is something you can't live without? Music, family, friends, phone, food and water, sleep.
Friends.
Oh, that's sweet. Which quality best describes you? Shy, party animal, funny, outgoing, confident, or independent?
I'd say confident.
Confident. You are Pedro.
Oh my god, yes. Okay.
You're a natural born leader. You often keep to yourself, but you're actually very confident. You attract a lot of people that way.
Aww. Okay, can't wait to do you.
Okay, retake.
I hope that you're who I hope you are.
We'll see, we'll see.
Okay, here we go. What do you do in your free time? Whatever I feel like, gosh.
That one.
Okay, beautiful. What do you eat for dinner? Fries, salad, steak, ice cream, hamburger, pizza.
Most often pizza.
Yeah. Pick a color. Red, purple, green, blue, pink, yellow.
Green.
Love it. How would you ask your crush out? In person, over text, call them, I wouldn't, bake them something, or wait for them to ask me?
On some real shit, wait for them to ask me.
Yeah, bitch. I was thinking that, and I was like, I hope that she picks this. What is your favorite animal? Which, by the way, this font is totally in the vote for Pedro font. Okay.
A nice touch, BuzzFeed.
Kind of looks like the font actually for my EP as
Seasons
well.
Volume 2 coming
Seasons
out.
Volume 2 coming out tonight at 10 p.m. What's your favorite animal? Cat, dolphin, liger, black bear, llama, koala.
I'm going to go with llama for this one.
Yeah. Which quality is most important in a friend? Always up for a party, peaceful, funny, never running out of things to say or do, loyalty, honesty.
Being funny.
Yep. I mean, why else are we friends? You know what I'm saying? All right. What is something you can't live without? Music, family, friends, phone, food and water, or sleep?
I know this is going to sound really shallow after you said like friends, and that was very adorable, but sleep. I love my sleep. I don't like to be parted from it.
I get it. I feel the same way about friends, so I feel
You're like, no, totally.
Like, but you
Your
also
selfish need to feel well rested. It's just like my love for others.
No, but here's the thing. I think this is like, I feel like I can fall asleep anywhere. You can't. So you really value your sleep.
True.
And I don't really sleep very often, but I can sleep whenever I want. So to me, I'm just like, whatever. But like for you, it's like a hot commodity. So I get it. Which quality describes you best? Shy, party animal, funny, outgoing, confident, independent.
None of these, I feel like, really describe me.
I'm like, you want to fight right now? All of these do, besides
I'll go
shy.
with independent.
I go like that.
Independent.
You're Tina.
Yes.
Tina, you are a very motherly individual. People enjoy spending time with you. You have a lot to offer the world. You are quite the animal too. Wink face. That's
okay.
cute.
I can't believe I'm
sexy.
Tina.
That's really cute.
God bless.
I didn't even realize that was going to be an option.
I did not either.
What about this?
I'm just as surprised as
It's
you are.
because you like to sleep and
The color green.
Your favorite. And you wait for people to ask
Is it
you
just
out?
because I picked llama? Can we change llama and see if that changes it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do a little experiment with BuzzFeed.
I would like to see what human you
gonna
were.
do cat.
That would be great.
I'm gonna do the exact same answers with cat. Hold, please.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
I would love if it was like no matter what, you're Tina.
That would be incredible. Well, Tina waits for her crush to ask her out, so that's probably what it is. Okay, so okay. So by changing llama to cat, I got LaFonda.
Yes.
Is that the only question that matters? So the LaFonda answer is, your smile lights up people's day and your sense of humor is your best quality. You're quite the romantic too. But that's hilarious.
Listen, I love LaFonda for you, so whichever. I mean, you're Tina and LaFonda. Those are two of the best characters.
Thank you. I agree. Strong female characters.
Yeah. And I love that I'm fucking Pedro because he's a confident king who bakes things for people to show them that he cares. And that's literally me. So
Yeah, you have a lot of similarities.
We do.
Just
Except
like I'm very similar to Tina.
You are. She's
in that
just
I
chilling.
spit on people immediately.
She's straight chilling. She waits for people to bring her food.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, she's a queen who's just like, no, I know my worth, y'all. You come to me, bitch.
With my big ass neck.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
I don't like that he called you a lard, though. That's
Yeah, Napoleon.
fucking
rude.
Napoleon. Hella rude. Pedro would never do that to you.
All right, so I think our next episode, will that be the baseball episode? Will we be starting with that?
Yeah.
I think so.
We haven't decided the order, though, have we?
No, we haven't decided the order, but just know the next episode is going to be baseball. Do we just want to pick one?
Yeah, let's pick one right now.
Let's do Angels in the Outfield.
Let's do Angels in the Outfield. We'll be featuring Brent, who's Stacy's fiance and also my low-key twin.
And also our audio engineer.
And our audio
He
engineer.
wears many hats.
He really does. He is a really dope king. We'll have him introduce himself. He's the best. And he also has a love for Angels in the Outfield, just like me. I grew up watching it. It was one of those movies that I fell asleep to every fucking night. So I have a very, it's a very beautiful place in my heart. So can't wait to talk about that with you guys and
have our first guest.
Have our first. Oh, he's our first guest. How
Yes.
perfect. That's awesome. I wouldn't rather anyone else be our first guest. So
we love you. We hope you watch the films. We hope you keep listening. And yeah, hit us up.
You
Donate
know where
to
to
us.
hit
Do
us
whatever
up?
you got to do.
you know how to hit us up. You know where to hit us up. If you haven't watched Shrek, let us know. Because so far no one has let us know.
Yeah, we'll do an exclusive interview with your ass.
Yeah, straight up, we will do an exclusive interview. We will school you. Again, if you're interested in sending us to the Last Blockbuster or Shrek Fest, feel free to reach us on Patreon. You can find it on our Instagram, which is... Did we already say this?
I think so, but
Blockbuster Wives, or our email, blockbusterwives@gmail.com. And yeah, feel free to give us any recommendations on movies from your childhood that you would like us to deep dive into and watch and talk about. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. I can't speak English, and we love you so much.
We love you, BBWs.
Bye, BBWs.
Bye.